and welcome to your week 7 lower body workout. Today's workout is a banded workout targeting the glutes. So if you have those booty bands, we're using it today. This workout can be done without the booty bands if you do not have any. The way the format is done today, we have a strength movement that we will repeat, and then we have a non-dumbbell movement that is done for 30 seconds, and we are only doing it once. So the strength movement is a 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest movement. We repeat before moving on to the non-dumbbell movement. Okay, so after each strength movement repeat, we have a little interrupter without dumbbells before moving on to the next exercise. We have a few sets today, so let's get ready to work. Grab your towel, water, dumbbells, a mat, and let's get ready to sweat. Let's get ready for our first exercise. Front squats. Make sure there's tension in your band. Pull the belly button in. Keep the chest up. Keep your weights close to your shoulders, elbows close to your body as you go into that squat. Heavy on your heels as you press through that squat. If you do not have a band, you are keeping those legs shoulder width apart. Quick rest before we hit round 2 of the front squats.
finishing up our first exercise as we get ready for our interrupter. Squat hold, tap backs. Going into a squat hold, again, making sure you have tension in your band. If you are using one, you are simply getting into that squat hold as low as you can and tapping back, alternating your legs. It is a small movement. You don't have to go far back with that tap. Next exercise up is the tiptoe squats. You are bringing your stance past the shoulders, getting onto the balls of your toes. You are going to go into that squat, keeping your heels off the floor. Go slow, pull the belly button into the spine, keep the chest high. Quick rest before we go into round 2 of our tiptoe squats. Great job. Dropping those weights. We're going into a squat hold, side taps. Again, getting into that squat hold. Making sure you are still keeping tension in your band if you are using one. And simply just stepping from side to side. Again, making sure it's small steps. Pull the core in. Keep the chest high. Heading into our next movement, twisted reverse lunge, going back first with the left leg and twisting to the right. Just step back, go as deep as you can in that lunge, dropping the knee to the floor and twisting in the opposite direction. Pull the core in as you go into that rotation. Take it slow in this movement. Quick rest before we take this to the opposite side for round 2. Stepping back with the right, now you're twisting to the left. Again, step it back the best you can, depending on the resistance of band that you are using. Go into that reverse lunge first, dipping your knee as low as you can, and then twisting in the opposite direction. Great job. And quick rest. Drop your weight. We have our squat to alternating lateral leg lifts. Keeping a tension again in your band. Go into that squat. As you come up, you are going into that leg lift, alternating your legs. Our next exercise, static lateral lunges. Starting on the right side, keeping a wide stance to begin, and just taking that lateral lunge to the right side. Pushing back to the center. Making sure when you go into that lunge, that lateral lunge, you are pushing your hips behind you, keeping the chest up and pulling the core in. Quick rest before we take it to the opposite side. Again, keeping a wide stance to begin with. Going to the left side. Pushing your hips behind you. And then pushing back to the center. Great job. Drop your weight. We have a squat to alternating kickbacks. Again, keep tension in that band. Hit that squat. As you push through your heels on the way up, you are kicking back your legs. Keeping your feet flexed as you do this. Heels to the ceiling as you lift your leg. Next up is a staggered deadlift. You are stepping back with the right leg first, hinging at the hips, core engaged. Nice flat back as you go into that deadlift, keeping your shoulders back. Squeezing your glutes at the top. Quick rest before we take it to the opposite side. Staggered deadlift, left side. Again, making sure you pull the core in. Keep the shoulders back. Neutral spine position with that back as you go into that deadlift, hinging at the hips. Nice job. Let's get ready for our non-dumbbell movement. You have squat to alternating knee drive. If you are using the band, you will get some resistance here, of course. So go as high as you can with that knee, depending on the resistance you are using for your band. If you are not using a band, you can squat and take that knee as high as you can, keeping your feet flexed. Next up is alternating curtsy squats. Again, keeping attention in your band if you're using one. You're stepping back into that curtsy. Make sure it is not too wide as you take the leg back. Keep the chest up, pull the core in. Finishing off our rest as we head into round 2 of your curtsy lunges. Great job so far. Finishing up with your curtsy lunges as we go into a quick rest. We have squat hold pulses coming up next. As you hit that squat hold, you are staying at the bottom of your squat and pulsing. Small movements, again keeping tension in your band. If you are using one, pull the core in, keep the chest high and wide. Great job. Quick rest here before we get ready for our next set of exercises. We have sumo deadlifts coming up. Sumo deadlifts. Grab your weights. Keeping a wide stance. Toes are pointed out. You are hinging forward into that deadlift position, keeping a sumo squat stance. Chest is wide, core engaged, shoulders back, neutral spine position with your back. Quick rest as we get ready for round number 2 of the sumo deadlifts. Again, pull the core in, chest wide, neutral spine position with your back as you hinge forward, keeping your legs in a sumo squat position. Finishing up. As we head into our non-dumbbell movement, we have a lateral squat walk. Lateral squat walk. Getting into a squat hold position. We are going to take side steps Keeping that squat as low as you can, core engaged, chest is wide. Depending on your space, take that squat walk as far as you can. Going into our next set of exercises, we have squat to press up. Squat to press up. Again, keep that tension in the band, pull the core in. Heavy on your heels as you go into that squat to press it up with the dumbbells overhead. Keep your chest wide. As you go into that squat. Strong momentum going into that press up. Taking nice deep breaths. Quick rest before heading into round number 2. You can use 2 dumbbells for this movement, or you can use 1. Again, keeping tension in that band. As you go into that squat, keep the core in, keep the chest wide, heavy on your heels as you press through that squat. Finishing up this final round before heading into your non-dumbbell movement. Dropping to the floor, we're going to get into a high plank position for slow climbers. You are still keeping tension in that band, even in this position. Modification here, you can do this against the wall. Pull the core in, drive the knee to the chest, keep your arms underneath your shoulders. Pull the core in, finish up nice and strong. Heading into our next set of exercises, we have reverse lunge pulses with a press hold. You're going to get into that reverse lunge position, dip your knee to the ground and pulse it, keeping the arms above your head. Pull the core in, keep the chest up. Take it slow with your movements. Great job here. Come on up and shake it out. We are going to switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Finish strong. Shake it out. We're going to hit the floor with some glute bridges. Keeping tension in that band as you get into that glute position. When you get to the top, you are opening your knees. So go into the glute bridge position. Squeeze to the top. Hold and then open up your knees. Bring it in and come back down and repeat that movement. Next up is the Kang squat. With tension in that band, you are hinging into a good morning, then going into a deep squat, then reversing the movement. Good morning, squat, squat, good morning. Neutral spine position with that good morning, keeping the back straight, chest up, core in, as you hinge forward before going into that deep squat. Take that squat as low as you can, depending on your hip flexibility. Don't worry, if you feel that you didn't get this movement, you have round number 2 to get it right. Great job. Finish up nice and strong. 3, 2, and break. All right, we're hitting the floor again, getting into a glute bridge pulse. Again, tension in your band, squeeze up into a glute bridge, and staying up top as you give little pulses. Pull the core in, squeeze the glutes. Awesome job. We are done with our main workout. Now it's time for some quick abs. Keeping that band on if you are using it. For our very first ab exercise, we have V crunches. That leg is in a V position, so it's nice and wide. You're going to crunch and roll up, taking your arms through your legs. Inhale, exhale. Quick rest. We're going to get into a high plank position. For high plank, step out jacks. You can do this movement against the wall. Wall planks and step it out. Quick rest, turning over for some bicycle crunches. Rolling off your shoulder blades as you extend the legs. Pull the core in, elbows wide, and breathe. Our next exercise, we're getting back into that plank position. Core engaged. You are just dipping your knee to the floor. Plank alternating floor knee taps. You can also do this in a low plank position to modify. Great job. we get to repeat all of the core movements we just did. So let's get ready for round number 2, starting with that V crunches. Great job. Awesome work. Let's get ready for our cool down. Taking the legs wide, going into a lunge stretch, turn into the hip flexor stretch, dip the knee to the floor, press forward, then press back towards the heel, back into that flex position, and let's perform that movement to the opposite side. Take it to the center, walk your feet in, bend down, touch your toes. Nice little stretch here for the hamstrings, the glutes, back of your knees. Come on up for a quad stretch, grabbing a hold of your ankle, pushing your pelvis forward, keeping your knees as close together as possible. Let's switch to the opposite side. Hip circles, make it nice and wide. Going one direction and then the opposite direction with this movement. Let's go into some good mornings, hinging forward, then all the way back to stretch the lower back. Inhale, exhale. Good job, everyone.